I'm working on my energy, cleaning up, I'm taking care of myself and me. Drinking coffee, take a sip, they say I'm sparkling. Hi guys, it's Musha and welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year you guys, and I hope you are doing well. In today's video, we are planning and prepping for 2023. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you the 5 habits to implement into your routine in order to make 2023 your best year yet. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. Coming up at number 1 is organize and clean your space. I can't stress this enough. You know the saying as it goes, like your environment is a reflection of your mindset. So we need to clear the clutter, we need to clean the space. You can't be productive in a space that is not clean. There's no way you're going to focus. It's just impossible to focus in a space that's not clean. So personally, I have been implementing cleaning my space, making sure that I don't leave things laying around and then I get overwhelmed, because I know myself, if I don't clean up after myself, I know I'm gonna get overwhelmed and then I won't want to do it, and then I'll just leave a pile of things. So in this new year, I figured, you know, maybe the best way is to start off by cleaning spaces, decluttering, getting rid of things that we no longer need, things that we no longer wear, clothes, makeup, you name it, just declutter. Basically, I spent the entire December just decluttering. I decluttered my kitchen, I decluttered my bedroom, I decluttered my son's room, I decluttered everywhere. And so the next habit that we are going to implement into this 2023 is having a morning routine. I can't stress this enough of how important it is to have a morning routine, okay? Because just waking up, not knowing what to do, or just rushing off to go to work and you don't have any time to yourself, you just rush off, you go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, bath, get dressed and go. Like there's literally no structure to your day. So having a morning routine gives you an idea of what to do. That may mean like obviously waking up early in order for you to be able to get things done without rushing. So personally, I tend to wake up quite early. For some reason I found myself waking up early. That's probably because I've been going to bed early. I've been making it a point to go to bed early. I've given myself a bedtime and I am sticking to it. I want to be disciplined and stick to that routine of me sending myself to bed early, because if I go to bed early, then that means I wake up early, and if I wake up early, that means I get to do my full morning routine with no interruptions. Especially personally, I'm a mother, I have a son, so I also have to get him ready. But you know, waking up early means I get that time to myself, you know, time to myself to do the things that I love, things that I like doing. So my morning routine usually consists of, obviously I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, the usual, I wash my face and do my morning skincare routine, and then usually what I'll do is when I get dressed, I'll go downstairs. So I am now incorporating things like journaling into my morning routine, you know, just to get my thoughts out on page. And now obviously doing morning devotions. I'm trying to read the Bible in 1 year, so I've got myself a guide that helps you to read the Bible in 52 weeks. So that's what I've been doing, and you know, just getting into that routine. I make myself a cup of tea and then sometimes I meditate, but this year I haven't done just yet, but I will slowly incorporate that into my routine, because usually that's what I was doing. I would wake up and then I would do my stretching, I would do my meditation, and then I would do my journaling, and then I would do my reading. I still do reading, so reading is still part of my morning routine, even though I didn't include it into my previous video. But yeah, reading is part of my morning routine. I am slowly getting back onto reading because I fell off. But yeah, so it's very important to have a morning routine. That way your body knows exactly what you need to do. You know, we're creatures of habit, so having something that you stick to on a regular basis will just help to regulate you so that you are functioning functioning properly. Habit number 3 is to plan your day. What do I mean by this? Personally, I tend to plan my day. Obviously, I have my Google Calendar. You can use Google Calendar to plan your day, or you can use a journal or just a blank sheet or even a whiteboard to create a to-do list or plan your day. I usually plan my weeks and my days, my hours. So yeah, like it's one of those where I will list out the things that I need to do, and I will work backwards and like to see what time I need to get up. Planning your day helps you to be productive with your day, so that you don't just let time just run away from you, because that's what tends to happen. You haven't planned, you're just thinking, oh, I need to do this, need to do that. You've got all this information in your head, but if you don't put it on paper or somewhere, write it down where you can see it, you're not going to be able to do those things, because you're just going to keep thinking, I need to do this, and then you forget. So if you write things down, it helps you to what's the word? It helps you to stay organized, to stay focused on things that you need to do. So planning your day is really important. So make sure that you are planning your day whenever you start. For me personally, I like to do my to-do list the night before, so that not in the morning I just get on with it and not having to start thinking about, oh, what do I need to do today, what's for today. So if I write things down the night before, that way I know that when I get up, I just need to go. And having a to-do list is just fun, because you get to take it off, and that's satisfying. Okay, but yeah, plan your day and plan your weeks, and don't let other people take up your time, because if you don't plan your time or use your time wisely, other people are going to decide for you what to do with your time if you are not planning your time. The 4th habit is to have a reading schedule. I briefly mentioned about how reading is part of my morning routine. I make sure that I read, because I know if I don't read, like the day is gonna go and I'll keep telling myself, oh, I'll read before bed. I never read before bed. It's not in my nature. I've tried it and it just doesn't work for me. So for me, morning is the time for me to read. So having a reading schedule is absolutely important. Not only does reading expand your mind, but it really opens you up to ideas and opportunities and things like that. So make sure you are reading. Personally, I am one of those people who like reading self-help books, so I'm really into the self-help books. Like, yeah, I know there's this video that I watched that says, this book like referring to self-help books, and it's like, this book explains what you already know. But it's like, yeah, it explains what I already know, but if I read this, somebody might explain it in a different way, that I'll see it in a different way, and I'll learn something. Like, even if the book is repeating or repetitive to what I've already read before, I will still learn something from that book. I would still take away something. So I am one of those people who read self-help books a lot. But I try to read fictional books, but I have to find like a really good fictional book to read for it to keep me to the end, because I will abandon it halfway through. So when I used to try and read before, I thought, oh, maybe reading is just not for me. But what I realized is I just didn't know what type of books I like reading, what kind of information I like consuming. And when I realized like there's things such as self-help books, and when I dove into those and I loved them, it was just a wrap. Like, I want to get every book that I can get my hands on that's a self-help book. One of my favorite books, my all-time favorite book. This book, I read it maybe 3 times in a year. I'll listen to the audio, I'll read it, I'll listen to the audio, I'll read it. Like, that's what I do. And the book that I'm talking about is The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a quick read, but I really love that book. I really enjoy it. Like, the way it explains about money management, all that good stuff. Like, your girl loves to anything to do with money, how to make money. Like, talk to me about it. So yeah, but I recently ordered The Power of Habit, and that's the book that I will be reading. I will be starting this year. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, it hasn't been delivered, but it's going to be delivered today. So when it gets delivered, I will insert a picture or a video of it in this clip as we are speaking. So yeah, The Power of Habit is the book that I want to read. I was going to start with a different book, but I realized since we're in January January, you know, it's fresh start of the year. I may as well start with something that is to do with habits that we are implementing in the new year. So yeah, so the next and final habit is to take some time out for you. Okay, like take some time out for you. Take some time to practice mindfulness, to just take care of you, because most times we are rushing around taking care of other people, rushing around doing other people's things, rushing around putting other people first, especially people who've got children. Mothers can relate to me. We put our children before ourselves. Sometimes you need to put yourself first, because you know you need to be okay before you can look after another person. You know, like what they say on the plane, before you help your children, you need to put on your own oxygen mask, because you're not able to help them if you're out of oxygen and you're trying to help them. It just won't work. So the same goes for you as a person. Like taking time out to just take care of you, take some time to do self-care. So whatever that means for you, mindfulness, so that can be like meditating or just reading a good book, maybe just enjoying a Netflix movie, maybe buy yourself something if that makes you happy, spend a little. But yeah, take some time to take care of yourself, do the face mask, you know, the lot. Just enjoy a little bit of luxury and treat yourself. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Personally, I know that at some point every week when I'm functioning, at some point my body is gonna be like, right, I'm tired, we need to rest, right? So I listen to my body and I don't force myself, because I know it's okay to just sometimes just sit and not do anything. Like it's okay to sit and watch Netflix, and if that makes you happy, if that means that you rest and you rest your head, you rest yourself, and then tomorrow you can get back up and get back onto it. So yeah, for me, I know that whenever I feel like that, I do not force myself to do anything, because I'm strong and I'm gonna push through this feeling. Like no, because if I keep doing that, I'm gonna end up burning out, and when I burn out, it's gonna take me a very long time to get back up. So I'd rather like take those mini breaks throughout the weeks, throughout the months, just to help myself to recover, to recuperate myself. Especially for me, it's usually just before the time of the month. When that's around the corner, I tend to feel very, very low on energy. So I'll feel very sluggish, I'll feel low. For me, I suffer from anemia, so it's like a constant thing that I battle with. But so during that time of the month, I usually feel very sluggish, very low on energy. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit down, and I just listen to my body, because if I don't do it, my body will do it for me at some point when I'm not ready for it. So I make time to do that. And so yeah, that's pretty much all the habits that I had for you today. So before you go, I'll be creating my vision board for 2023 and the things that I want to do. So basically, I don't really do vision boards because I always feel overwhelmed. Like I always think I have to put every single thing on there that I want in this world, and just trying to think about all the stuff that I want, like it's overwhelming. So I was listening to this motivational speech by Brian Tracy, and he says like write down 10 things that you want to achieve for this year. And so I was like, okay, that's a great idea. Like write them down, and then you can just work with those 10 things for the year, like what you can achieve. Because obviously, yeah, some 10 might not seem like a lot to some people, but 10 to me, depending on what's on there, like it could be a lot. So yeah, so for me, I wrote down 10 things that I wanted, because I've never really made a vision board before, and this was my first time doing it. So I figured, because I've noticed that when people create the vision boards, it's completely different to what the actual goals are. They'll write down their goals, but then the vision board will be somewhat different. So to most people, what I've noticed, like a vision board is more of an aesthetic than actual goals. But for me, a vision board is like the goals that I want to achieve, things that I want in my life. So I created a vision board. So I basically just used the things that I wrote on the 10 goals that I'd written down, and then converted those to pictures, to images of the things. So if I wrote down like a car, what car I want to drive, I just went and found the exact model and put that onto my vision board. And that's basically what I did. A lot of things on here, most of them are just like you can actually get, but yeah, like there are things that I want.
want. So that's what I'll focus on, and that's what I want to get, so I will get. So yeah, like I want to get the pink iMac because I like pink, like period, and it would just make my life easier in terms of editing for my YouTube and stuff like that, for my work, you know, that kind of thing. I feel like that would just take my work to the next level. So the iMac in pink. So that is pretty much it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I really hope that you've been inspired to create your own vision board and inspired to take on some of these habits. Let me know which one is your favorite and which one you'll be taking on this 2023. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Until next time, bye guys. Bye.
Looking on my dream life, and my bank account be real fine. Got my skincare, yeah, I glow shine. You can see me from